Wait. Shh, wait, quiet down. Just real quick. Listen. You guys hear that? The beautiful babbling brook. What is up, everyone? Aviol here with Yapa238.com, and welcome to today's Yapastolic Podcast. Man, someone had mentioned on the Yapa Live I just did this past Thursday how they like caffeinated Aviol because I talk too fast. My mouth goes faster than my head. But anyway, so that babbling brook is not a YouTube video. That is a live babbling brook. Actually, it's not living. I was thinking about wait, it's actually not alive. But anyway, this is live. Okay, guys. So, what is up, everyone? Welcome to today's Yapastolic Podcast. I'm out here in beautiful Lake Tahoe, and man, having a wonderful time. A little family vacation. Say what's up, Sam.
What's up?
We are here recording, making things happen, and I'm excited about that. So you guys can see I'm a little amped, and I love it when I can talk super loud and people don't tell me to quiet down, or I don't have to be cognizant of, maybe kids sleeping or stuff like that, or you know what I'm saying? Where you see people talk and woo! You hear that? Woo! Anyway, okay, guys, 95% of this is the coffee, but anyway, okay, so what are we going to talk about today in today's Yapastolic Podcast? I actually recorded a TOTD about something that I wanted to share with you guys beforehand, so I actually am not going to talk about that. I want to, here, let me see, what was it? Okay, so guys, young apostolics, you are in this world, excuse me, just a quick sip of this beautiful peat roasted coffee. I think it's, what was it, French roast? Anyway. Okay, guys, so, take care of your witness, okay? You have a witness. People watch you. You're a living epistle known and read of all men, as the Word of God tells us, okay? So, with that, we have to be careful to take care of our witness, okay? And you guys may be thinking like, okay, well, yeah, I take care of my witness. I wear my skirts to school, my long uncut hair, I leave it like that. Or, when I go to play sports or whatever, I'm modestly covered up, right? I don't take pictures on social media that are inappropriate or do anything like that. I don't swear, I don't cuss, I don't do anything like that, Aviol. My witness is spotless. Okay? And I would say, bravissimo, brava. That's awesome. But that's not the only thing that they're looking at. 9 times out of 10, the world is watching us to see if we resemble Christ. And it's funny because at least in North America, which I'm super grateful for that this is the case, but in North America, we already have this preconceived idea of what a Christian ought to be. And I'm talking about society in as a whole has a preconceived idea of what a Christian ought to be. And it just hit me. I'm gonna have to run in the next 40 minutes. So got to head out to where are we going? Somewhere for snowmobiling. Anyway, so they have this idea of what we ought to be. We shouldn't lie, cheat, steal. We shouldn't talk about certain things. No dirty jokes or stuff like that. And honestly, what happens is this is kind of where I see young apostolics at, is when they have worldly friends that are not in church, friends at school, friends at at the college, friends at work, and these friends often will pressure or can pressure young apostolics into talking about saying things, being a certain way. But it's super funny because those same friends that'll pressure you into, telling the dirty joke or laughing at or watching the inappropriate video. They obviously, see something, I'm thinking because this happens to me, someone will try to show me, hey, look at this picture of this person, or look at this this YouTube video, and you see, it's a beach scene. So you have guys with their shirts off, women in their swimsuits, and, I have to turn my head. This happened just last night. One of my family members was like, hey, bro, look, my Instagram's not working. And so he pulled the phone to me and showed it to me, and on his phone was, she wasn't super inappropriately dressed, but it wasn't modest. So some YouTuber or some Viner's sister And he's like, and he was showing me his phone. And once I seen it, I was like, oh, bro. And I pushed his hand away. And I was like, you can't, like, bro. And he's, oh, man, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean, and I'm like, no, I got you. But just like, that's, I don't want to put that in front of my face, right? That happens to us a lot as young apostolics. And those same people that, will unknowingly or maybe knowingly put that in front of your face, or maybe even, let's just say it this way, tempt you with that stuff, they're watching to see if you buckle. They're watching to see if you cave. They're watching to see if the Christianity that you have is legit, is real, is like 100, is something that they can base their life on, right? And they're wanting to see if you really have Christ. Or let's say it this way, if Christ really has you, okay? And so, though they may be trying to tempt you here, though they may be trying to be, act sensually here, or just whatever it is that rubs against, or grinds against, or pushes against the holy writ of God that is supposed to be in your heart, demonstrated in your life, whatever that is, if they begin, let's just say, if it does not buckle, if it does not falter, which it shouldn't, if it doesn't set down, or if it doesn't, go on the bookshelf real quick so you can go ahead and indulge in those things, right? If that doesn't happen, they know that, okay, I can, that person's a true Christian, right? And it comes out, namely, in experiences that don't have to do with things that we quote unquote already got. Oh, Aviol, I got the whole dress. I dressed modestly during gym. Oh, Aviol, I got the long hair going and stuff, and I don't mind letting it down during school. Those things are great, yeah, and you don't want to let go of those things, but also remember that the real test comes with the character, because the world is screaming, like just desperately desiring character, okay? And just a quick side note, that's why apostolic young men, apostolic young ladies will become so desirable to someone in the world, because, man, that is a man or woman of character, right? No one wants someone cheating on them, even though they may cheat on them. No one wants that, and they know that when they have that character, when that person has that standard, when they're, of a certain caliber like that, they know that they can trust in that person, and so everybody's looking for that. And if you don't display that, it'll be very difficult to persuade them of your belief and actually become a good witness, right? So to take care of your witness isn't just how long your skirt is, or how much of your chest is covered up, or how long your sleeve length is, or the fact that you don't take your shirt off during basketball. That's not where it really lies. Where it really, really lies, and this is where I'll wrap up today's Yapastolic Podcast, it lies in the character of the individual. Okay, so are you going to watch that video with the guys at the lunch table? Are you going to flirt with the girl? Like this just happened recently, where I won't name the situation what happened, but I was in a group of people, and there's a girl there that was maybe a few years younger than me, possibly, and I was with family that's not in church, and the girl had their attention, and also had the attention of some of the guys there, and so everybody's giving this girl attention, and I'm like, okay, if I do that, even by the way of just talking with her, like holding conversation, because I know how to conversate with people, even if just by holding conversation, my witness then is tainted and spotted, even though my intention may have just been to have a good conversation. And at that, just being real with yourself, you have to check to make sure that is the real intention. Or is it ego? Or is it pride? Or is it trying to get the girl just because to say that the girl, talked to you, and the prettiest girl in the group was talking to you, even though she wasn't in church, right? You see what I'm saying? If I would have done that, if I would have buckled to that and caved into that, there would have been my family members that are not in church wouldn't have a good witness of me, because they would see, oh, well, he flirts with worldly girls and stuff like that, right? So think about those things when you're going about in your life, how to take care of your witness, how to protect your witness, because your witness does really, really matter. Because having a taint or a blot or a blemish on your witness, though you may get them because you may act in your carnality. You may be, there's a pretty girl, fellas, a pretty girl that walks past, and all your worldly friends and all your worldly family are looking at the girl, and you look at the girl too. You're like, wow, man, that's a pretty lady. Or, ladies, maybe something else happens. So I'm trying to think for a girl, from a girl's standpoint, some of the things that can happen. Maybe, everybody's talking about the hot dude at at your guys' work, right? And they're showing you pictures of what he did last night, and he's not dressed appropriately. He's the man, right? And, yoked, swole, ripped, raw. And though you see him at work as, suited and stuff like that, and, and he's trying to flirt with you and all that number, right? And you're not you're not pushing the phone away. You're not like saying, I'm not going to look at that, because, all those things stack up in your favor or outside of your favor. If you give into it, it's not going to be in your favor. If you don't give into it, it will be in your favor, so that when push comes to shove and those people need someone that they can rely upon to give them the advice on how to get out of their, worldly relationships or, lustful deals, right? When they need help, you'll be there, and you'll be pointing the way to Jesus, because Jesus had you. And you allow Jesus to have you in every one of those instances years prior, where they can say, man, this person's witness, this person's character, I respect that person. Though they didn't, they may have offended me in standing for what they stood for. They stood. And I respect that of them. So, you guys, make sure your witness does not get tainted. Okay? I'm doing my best every time I'm with worldly family members. Make sure my witness isn't tainted. There's times where I go, I'll be at a coffee shop, a Starbucks or something, and I have the opportunity, just to be friendly to the barista or the baristo, across the counter. But I can't let my witness be tainted, or I can't create a habit, which is something we'll talk about later, of being like that, because it's not the best habit to create, because then it could taint your witness in the future. So keep your witness as spotless as possible. You will have your carnal moments. You will have your moments where you falter, you slip, you fail. Moses had them. Joseph, I'm pretty sure, had them, though I don't know where in the Bible it's found. But let's just say where like Elijah had them. The only person who didn't have them was Jesus, right? Adam, with no sin rampant in his world, he messed up and failed. Okay, how much more so we? So we're gonna have those. But just make sure that you keep, to the best of your ability, your witness untainted, clear, to the best of your ability. Okay, Yapa fam, that is it. I have got to run. Got to hurry up and get ready for the day. Again, we're in Tahoe, and we got some awesome things that we're going to do for family time and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Yapastolic Podcast. If you did, definitely like it, review it, wherever you're listening to it out at, whether iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening to, YouTube. Subscribe to Yapa238. Subscribe to the Apostolic Podcast. And I'm trying to think, what other things can you guys do? We're pushing to get the prayer training, out into the ether, so young apostolics can actually begin to partake of praying for an hour a day, so that their 2019 begins strong. So definitely check out the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in the links around this video. Or in the description of wherever. Anyway, so we'll figure out how to get that to you guys. But especially if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the description box below, and we can get that going for you guys, so you guys can start praying for an hour a day. So we have young apostolics that are wrecking hell in 2019. Okay, love you guys, and I am going to run. I'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Love you guys. God bless in Jesus' name.